Hello and welcome to Dishing Delights. My name is Jenica and today I'm going to take you along as I bounce around my kitchen and get a few things done so I can have a great start to the week. Let's get into it. Alright, let's make some oat milk. So for the oat milk, it's one part oats to 4 parts water. So I have 6 cups of water and 1.5 cups of oats. I'm going to add in my vanilla. And my maple syrup. And then the rest of my water. I am going to blend this for about 40 seconds. I'm going to double strain it. Alright, I'm going to toss this in the trash, change the battery on my camera, and I'll be right back. Alright, I do remember last time that I did this, I kind of made a mess. So I'm going to do this inside this casserole dish. And then I'm double straining this. Wow. And just like that, I have 6 cups of oat milk to get me through the week. Well, I guess I'm glad I did that. I'm gonna rinse the outside of this off, and then we're gonna make some croutons. That's a giant bowl, but that's fine. Now, I have this loaf of bread. I'm actually going to make the same exact recipe, but I'm going to get some greens in my February grocery haul. I think I'm gonna give myself a $50 grocery budget for the month of February. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this into slices, and then after that I'm going to cut them into little crouton sized pieces. Alright, we're out of olive oil. But we do have this backup thing of vegetable oil. We usually keep this so that if my husband's friends are having a fish fry, we could grab this and grab the fryer, and then we just take that with us. So I'm just going to add like a half a tablespoon of oil, and to the bottom of that, I'm going to add in some garlic and onion powder, some seasoned salt, and some black pepper. And of course I'm going to take some of this Italian seasoning and just crumble that up in here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to toss all of these breadcrumbs in that. It's gonna make a mess, but that's fine. Now I'm going to set these aside. Wash my hands real quick. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add just a little bit of oil at the bottom of this pan too. Alright, now on this baking sheet, I have a light layer of oil. And then I'm going to add the rest of these breadcrumbs. Make sure all of that seasoning mixture is out of that bowl. I'm going to take a couple tablespoons of parmesan. This is just the Kraft parmesan. And add this all over. Alright, now I'm going to put these in the oven at 200 degrees. I'm just going to flip them here and there. Alright, we are going to make some flour tortillas. I'm going to add a teaspoon of salt into my warm water and let that dissolve. While my butter melts, I need to go find my tortilla press. Alright, I have my melted butter. What I'm going to do is add in my flour. And then with the fork, I'm going to mix the butter and the flour together until it's like a crumbly mixture. I'll leave the link of this recipe down below. This is 5 tablespoons of butter and 2 cups of flour. Alright, now this is 2/3 cup of water. The salt is already dissolved. And I'm going to add most of that water. And then we're going to form a shaggy dough. And if it gets a little bit dry, you can add a little bit more water. I only used about 70% of that water. I'm going to knead this onto a floured surface. Which is good because it might need a little bit more flour. It says knead for 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, I hope that this is the consistency it needs to be. It kind of feels like it. It feels really good. So what I'm going to do is add it back into this bowl. I'm going to cover this up, and then I'll see you in an hour. While that's going, I'm going to hard boil some eggs. I have a cup of water right here. Now, I did great with the pantry challenge, but my husband wasn't fully on board. So last week he did get some salsa from Cabela's when he went there, and then he got some tortilla chips. I ended up using one of the bag of the tortilla chips in a video because I was like, I'm going to at least use them up for the greater good of my channel if you're gonna buy something during your pantry challenge. And he also bought 2 dozen eggs, and I'm going to take a dozen of these eggs that we have left, and I'm going to hard boil them because I'm going to buy more eggs this week. And I'm getting some stuff for salads, and it will be so nice to come home from grocery shopping, make a big ol' salad, and have some hard-boiled eggs to use up. Now I'm going to put these on high pressure for 5 minutes. I'm going to do the 5-5-5 method. I'll link my hard-boiled egg video down below. Put them back in the oven. Alright, these have cooked for 5 minutes. They have stayed at high pressure for 5 minutes, or natural release for 5 minutes. And now these are going to stay in cold running water for 5 minutes because I never have ice. Also, never soak your black beans in your salad spinner because it will stain it black. Ask me how I know. All right, now let's make some tortillas. I have my tortilla press here. It's a little bit rusty, but it's fine. I'm going to form these into 10 little balls, and then I'm going to press them, and then I'm going to add them to a cast iron skillet until they're cooked through. I have my skillet on low heat. Now, when I make my corn tortillas, I've never made flour tortillas with this press, I don't think. But I turn them a quarter turn and then press them again. Awesome. Going to move this over to the stove. Looks so delicious. All right, let me show you my process over here. So I'm doing it once, and then I'm turning it. And then I'm bringing it over here. I'm just rolling it out once more. And then I'm adding it to the pan. And those are delicious tortillas. Now we have our hard-boiled eggs. We have our tortillas. We have our beautiful oat milk that's been chilling in the fridge. And now we have our beautiful croutons. Now these actually took like an hour and 40 minutes at 200 degrees because I did make them bigger than normal. So now that these are cool, I'm just going to add this to a half-gallon mason jar. And now we have a beautiful jar of croutons. I'm not gonna lie, I'll probably snack on a few of these. And then we're gonna make some bread. All right, I'm going to make my bread. So I have 1 cup of water, 2 1/4 teaspoons of yeast, and 2 tablespoons of sugar. And I'm going to let that sit for 10 minutes. Then I'll be right back. All right, now I'm going to add in 1 teaspoon of salt. Quarter cup of vegetable oil. And 3 cups of bread flour. I'm going to take this over to my bread maker and I'm going to use the regular light setting. Alright, here is our delicious bread. Oh, of course. Hot. Well, it's not the most perfect loaf of bread, but it is certainly... Alright, I need to stop picking at this. And that is our delicious loaf of bread. Thank you so much for watching today's super random hang in the kitchen with me. I really enjoyed getting quite a bit of things done. I had tortillas and croutons and a fresh baked loaf of bread. So if you like this video, please hit the like button. That helps my channel out a lot. Make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I upload my next video. Thank you so much for watching.